And welcome. Welcome along. You are in the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile. It's me, Rob Ellen, striving through the Midlands at the moment. I'm reliably informed we're in Cheshire. I think only just in Cheshire, so we've just arrived. We're at the Mottram Cricket Club, and delighted to welcome our special guests, Tim and Laura, who are with us. And you're locals, or at least you live in.
We're at Hatfield. We're over the border in Derbyshire.
I know there's about 4 borders within 5-minute walk.
Greater Manchester, if you go to your left, and there's Derbyshire to the right. And when I was born, where I was in this local area, I think the boundaries have changed about 4 times. This is once Lancashire, all of this.
There's a name for it. It's called gerrymandering, I think.
Well, I think it's with the boundaries to get yourself re-elected, maybe.
I think it's a movable boundary, right enough. So we're going to talk about that. It might get quite political here for those that follow the moose. That isn't unusual. We have been directed to this fabulous place, and thanks to the Mottram Cricket Club for being our hosts for 2 great music events. I tell you, yesterday was great fun, and tonight there's open mic night coming up. I want to talk about your gig that you're doing. This you're doing a benefit at the Labour Club as well in Glossop. But it's always nice to get a song first, just to ease people into what it is that you're doing and give them an insight into your music.
Okay, well, let's crack on.
Yeah.
This was arranged by Tim Vine. The kitchen rat is alive and well. She's still about and can't we tell. Market forces leaves a musty smell. Time to shout it out. Being selfish was not my choice. Preferred love and to raise my voice. Now subscribe to the big Rolls Royce. Time to shout it out. You're not better than us. You're not better than us. Or the bloke on the bus. Demand the truth, then they tell us lies. The station closes, a soldier dies. Politicians eating all the pies. Time to scream it out. You're not better than us. You're not better than us. Or the bloke on the bus. Dodgy lawyers and the bankers' mess. Hiking up the workplace stress. Privatising our NHS. No, you fucking ain't. You're not better than us. You're not better than us. Or the bloke on the bus. Far too much on the workers' plate. Beat down by the prostitute state. Don't give a shit about Wills and Kate. It's far from being great. You're not better than us. You're not better than us. Or the bloke on the bus. Offshore business takes us for a ride. PFI, fiscal suicide. Dodging taxes just shame our pride. Time to call to account. When you're tired of all the howling at the tops, to throw the towel in. Yes, it's time to say, yes, it's time to sing. Time to shout, get a bell will ring. Time to shout, yes, it's time to shout. Enough is enough.
You're not better than us, basically.
You're not better than us. Yeah, it's a sort of secondary title, but it was taken from a quote that was attributed to Thatcher, but she never actually said it, apparently. It was a senior Tory, whatever that qualifies as, many years ago, and said that if you're over 30 and still riding on a bus, you're some sort of failure. That was sowed the seed for years later, and I actually started to write this while she was still alive, and when after she died,
I was born.
after she died, I thought, well, she still is alive and well, because that legacy of "I'm all right, Jack, pull the ladder up," as that, you know, it's ancient history, divide and rule. It's not a new idea, and it's never more appropriate than it is now.
But it feels like we're in a bit of a hotbed of zeal against all of that in this part of the world, in this little corner, at least. Or is that just me because I've been invited into that that kind of company?
I think the circle of people that you associate with, it's more prominent amongst, but also, you know, given the industrial unrest at the moment, I mean, most of it has been waiting to happen. I mean, and I hope it's not too little, too late. But I imagine being without a trades union at this time. I mean, I've had dealings with people who haven't got that protection. And their terms and conditions of service. It's not just about pay. And I spoke to. I had some routine tests done in a hospital this morning. And the nurse, who's quite senior. And her husband, who's a crew manager, is a firefighter. They're both going to food banks. You know, these are essential public servants. On the promotion trail, not even at the grassroots. Well, they're still relatively grassroots, I suppose. But, you know, not at the bottom of the food chain in terms of salaries, and they're reliant on. You know, it's just it's shocking, but nobody's really shocked because. It's been normalised.
It's been such a gradual decline, and then there's the pressure from mainstream media for people to just accept it as a thing that's just there.
And it isn't.
Not for the likes of us. Don't be kept used to. Not worthy.
And don't pretend there's nothing wrong, you know, because it's shameful. But
I've been retired nearly 10 years from the fire service, but I'm still a retired out of trade member, and I'm still paying my dues and following things very closely. But,
so the gig at the Labour Club, and I should just mention that the cricket club here do an amazing job as well. I just went to the lunch club. And
it's amazing. It's really, if you get in amongst it, you realise there's the same lovely. It's like the PTA at the primary school.
It gives you the idea that if they were just to leave us alone, we'd be all right. We just get on with it. Hey, we get things organised, and that'd be that. But there we are. So the gig at the Labour Club, that is in support of trade unions.
There'll be reps from RMT and CWU there. We're hoping there'll be someone from the NHS.
Okay, well the NHS I know is the National Health Service. Who are the other two?
RMT, it's the railway maritime.
And there's a lot of strife on the railways.
And the CWU is commercial work. Communication workers.
Okay. So that's telecoms.
So people, the Royal Mail that have been treated appallingly. I mean, from the postmasters. Disgrace of people going to prison for crimes they didn't commit. Thank goodness for Private Eye is all I can say, because
Ian Hislop
he highlighted that years before anyone had even been charged. And there's no joy in saying I told you so, but that was a shocking thing. But postal workers are being told, that they've got to work 50 times harder and you can't have this, and letters aren't getting posted because there's a profit requirement from the parcels, and the head of the Royal Mail, or chief exec, or whatever their title is that they've nominated themselves, who's on whatever obscene remuneration that they get paid. So no, that's nonsense. That's nonsense. Well, no, it's not. It's true. You're denying absolute fact. And there's missives going out that are a matter of public record now that say, never mind the post, get the parcels out. Oh no, it's all about them being greedy. You know, greedy.
People have missed hospital appointments because they haven't got the letters, because the parcel have got priority.
Yes,
Makes
but
no
it does
sense.
start to show that we are all in it together now. So thank you to
up against it together,
Yes,
one way or another.
in it. Well, in it,
In it is pretty much the truth. Yeah. So the gig and Matt's coming along here.
Matt Hill's opening, and he's going to do a couple of numbers with us.
Yeah.
So that's great.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
so there'll be so it's a rally as much as a
it's a rally, it's a fundraiser. There will be a raffle, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course. There's the warning right there.
And we ironically we were in Ashton because I was in the hospital this morning.
Yeah.
We went for lunch in Ashton. We bumped into Pauline Town, who will be known to numerous listeners.
Yeah.
And she heard she thrust her hand into her pocket, her own money, and threw a £10 note at us
we threw 20 back at her.
But we threw some more back at her to get some sandwiches for her.
Well, she does so much
fantastic work,
just relentlessly.
I hope to. I'll just put a note into her to see if we can go up and highlight what she's up to, and because she's always got music around her as well.
Yes,
she does.
Well, it's a venue for live music.
What's the name of the venue again?
It's the Station.
The Station
is the pub. Yeah. Joe Solo has featured there quite a lot recently.
Yeah.
Steve White and the Protest Family. I was in the Fire Brigade with Steve, and we've performed together. I played harmonica at his retirement. So, just for a bit of name dropping there. So.
Nice.
You've got the t-shirt on, but it's too chilly to show.
So
Ashton.
I'm going to ask you to think of a song to close us out, but thanks very much for all that information and the song that you just did as well. You're heading to Glasgow, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let Laura talk about
Laura,
that.
tell us about that.
Yeah, I've been helping out Vivian Scottson with her social media.
Ah, you have?
Yeah, because she's getting more popular.
Well, hi, Vivian. She'll be listening to this, I'm sure.
It's
a village, really, isn't it? It's a village at this level amongst the musicians. We can.
Yeah.
There's hardly one degree of movement between knowing anybody in this area, and that makes organisation easier in so many ways. Eh?
Yes. It does, yeah, and it makes it easier to find out who the good guys are.
Yeah.
Anyway, Vivian, she asked me to play bass at the gig at the Glad Cafe the 28th of February in Glasgow.
That's coming up. It's only a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and Tim and me are opening for her because unfortunately her support act couldn't make it. So we offered and she gladly accepted.
Well, we'll try and chase some folks along to that. And if anybody's listening in Glasgow, let me just throw up your wee graphic here so that they can catch up with you. I haven't got a graphic for the Glad Cafe, unfortunately, but that's for Tim. So you have to copy that down. Facebook, he'll give you any information on that. And the date's the 24th in the Glad Cafe.
28th.
28th.
Yeah.
28th.
It's a Tuesday.
With the lovely and wonderful Vivian
we should put the caveat in. There'll be no hens at the performance.
No hens.
Yeah, unfortunately, no
hens.
Yes. Yeah, because they'll be asleep by then. It's past their bedtime.
I don't know.
She recently did a viral video of her playing the guitar and singing with a fabulous voice, and the hen was kind of
on her shoulder.
Providing backing vocals.
Fighting back.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
I can't make it, but I'll be there in spirit, guys.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've covered it all. Hey, we'll have a good gig on Saturday. I'm going to be there.
Lovely.
Come along and support in any way we possibly can. Anything that you're doing in the future, just keep us involved, keep us in touch.
Thanks very much, Rob.
Yeah.
And thanks for inviting us here.
This is
short notice, but
it worked out, and thanks to the cricket club for providing us with a venue.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This we call the sober song. It's called Before She Came.
Okay.
What kind of friend were you? This love affair never had a clue. ignored remarks, they had no proof. Status quo for never choose before she came. Why so long? Was it wrong? Till she came along. First engagement, then enragement, then engagement plea. Good for me, sobriety, get to see it last. How it's changed and all for good. Life tastes better as it should. Doing the things I dreamed I could before she came. Since she came.
Thank you. Tim Hoy and Laura Brandenburg, that here in the Moose Medicine Show. Moose doing good work out there, folks, and playing on Saturday at the Labour Club. Just while I have everybody's attention, and thanks, guys. The Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile is entirely publicly funded. However, I'm going to start this again from the bottom. This week we are donating all our donations to the Indigenous Persons Reporting Portal in Montana. We had Drew Landry, who is an activist in that area, Cajun, married to a Native American, and has a child. They live and with people up there on the reservation, and they've got children and people going missing, and not even sure how many have gone missing. It's a ridiculous state of affairs. So Drew is actively trying to get the authorities involved in it. He started up a portal for reporting these incidents, and has released a single, which is fabulous. It's on the page that you're viewing from just now. You'll find Drew Landry on there, and there is a Gibson guitar, actually, guys, that has been donated by the Gibson Guitar Company to the cause, and anybody that downloads Drew's single is automatically put into a lottery for the guitar as well. So it's all good work. All our donations are going to Drew this week. He was on the Monday Medicine Show this week, and Matt Hill is our special guest on the Monday Medicine Show on Monday as well. So please do have a look at that, and join us on Monday 9 p.m. for Matt Hill. He will be at the gig on Saturday, and I will broadcast the song from the gig. And if you guys are okay, we'll broadcast the song.
Yeah,
Definitely, absolutely.
Everybody. In fact, probably one with you and Matt all together.
Oh yes, great. Definitely, yeah.
Well, we're doing one Elvis number with him because he's a bit of a fanatic.
He's a freak.
Okay, freak wasn't the word I was going to use.
Well, no, I'm sorry. So we'll find out about all of that as well when we talk to Matt, and we'll have a bit of Elvis on Saturday night on the Moose Loose Show on Saturday night. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Oh no, you're very welcome. Anytime. That's the truth of it. Thanks for joining us, guys. This has been a Moose Loose Show, and we will be back today from the cricket club here in Mottram at the open mic a bit later on. I think Darren Poisoner might be coming over for the open mic as well, so we'll see good friend Darren here later on. I hope. Hopefully see you back. Thank you now.